Hi everyone, been seeing this a lot all over the timeline and also been getting a lot of DMs from people asking me why your trades are failing, especially when you're trying to buy into the latest new meme coin. You might have missed a pre-sale, there's loads of new meme coins launching Avalanche, you've seen tokens like Wink and Ket absolutely explode, you've missed the pre-sale and you're trying to get in but your swap keeps failing. Frustrating, right? Don't worry about it, because today I'm going to break down exactly what's happening and what settings you need to do and how you can avoid them failed trades. So let's talk slippage. I'm DeFi Sai. I create a load of content around the Avalanche ecosystem, about the blockchain space as a whole. So if you do like this type of content, if you're on YouTube, jump on and like and subscribe, or follow me on X and let's dive in. Now this is all based on the recent super high profile launches that we've seen on Avalanche. So your tokens like Ket and Wink and the upcoming Blub. Now these have all been launched on a pre-sale and a lot of people were actually missing out on the pre-sale. That means that when the tokens launched, there was serious FOMO with everyone wanting to get in as soon as these coins launched. So this is a guide for both existing users on Avalanche and also for a lot of the new users that we're seeing coming over as people are bridging over from Salt, Ethereum, etc. to follow up the hype all on the red chain. So let's dive in. So why slippage matters. So why is slippage even a thing? So when a new token launches, there's a massive rush of people that are trying to buy in. Now these tokens trade on decentralized exchanges, or DEXs as they're known, on places like LFJ, Pangolin, etc. I'm going to use LFG as an example today, as it is the most used DEX on Avalanche. Now these DEXs use a system called an automated market maker, or an AMM. This relies on liquidity pools, so here's how it works. Now, as one of the most recent big launches, we're going to use Wink as an example. So first up, what is a liquidity pool? If you imagine a vending machine filled with snacks and you're going to put your money in and the machine then gives you a snack. A liquidity pool works in the very same way, however, it's with tokens. So if you want Wink, you will put AVAX in and the pool automatically gives you Wink. So here's what actually happens when that happens. At a launch, if you want to trade one token for another, so let's say you've got AVAX, which is what you'd normally use, and you want to trade that for Wink. When you buy, you pull Wink from the pool and deposit your AVAX in return. So this exchanges the token ratio in the pool, which means the price of Wink increases. Now, what you do now is imagine that hundreds, even thousands of people are all jumping on, doing this at the exact same time. The prices start shifting rapidly. This is called volatility. So if your slippage isn't set right, your trade, it's going to fail. So why do trades fail if the slippage isn't set right? So let's say you try to buy Wink at launch. Now, when you go on there, the DEX will quote you a price based on the price of the new token, which is Wink in this case, at that exact time. But by the time the traction is processed, the price has moved so fastly and has either moved up or down. Because of that volatility, the price has changed. So here's an example. You go on to buy Wink and you set your slippage at 10%. This means that you're telling the DEX that if the price moves by any more than 10% up or down, you do not want to do the trade. But then what happens is, before you can go on your trade is executed, the price has actually gone up by 20%, which means your swap will fail because the price has gone up more, 20%, than the slippage you set, which was 10%. So the DEX didn't do anything wrong or nothing happened, a problem with it. It's actually done exactly what you told it to. It stopped the trade because you've told it you wouldn't accept more than a 10% price movement. So now let's talk about why so many people were struggling to get this in during the Wink, etc., and the Ket launches and the upcoming Blub launch. Now these tokens had pre-sales. That meant that only a certain amount of approved buyers could get in early at the lower prices and were given the first allocation. Everyone else, they had to wait for the public launch, which created a massive spike in demand. Now, because of this and the way the pre-sale worked, there was super loads of hype around these tokens. And when they finally went to market, everyone was rushing in to buy at the same time. So all the new users to Avalanche were all diving in, eager to grab a piece of this awesome action based on the FOMO, based on the hype, but a lot of them were unfamiliar with the slippage settings and kept getting failed transaction. Now, this rush, obviously, this hype is bringing a whole new wave of traders to Avalanche, which is awesome for the ecosystem, but also led to a massive amount of demand, which then led to a load of failed swaps, which is all to people doing the settings wrong. So how can you avoid swap failures using slippage? So how do you stop your swaps from failing? So here's the way to do it. What you need to do when you're doing this is set your slippage higher during like super volatile launches. For meme coins like Wink, etc., you will have needed around 20% slippage, sometimes even higher in the first minute to avoid them big price discrepancies. But be careful with this. Setting your slippage too high means that you can overpay, so you have to use it wisely. Now, some advanced DEXs offer a dynamic slippage. What that does is auto adjust your slippage to match volatility. But again, be super careful with this, as you can spend far too much and you can get wrecked. So here's a quick video showing you how to change the slippage settings on LFJ. So what you would do, if you see on here, we're just having to give an example of trading one AVAX for some Wink, which is the amount you'll get. If you click on this little tab at the side, you can see there you can get rid of a safe mode, which prevents high impact trades, and then you can change your slippage tolerance. So you can change the standard settings there, or if you want to do a custom one that's much higher than what it shows, so for example 20%, you would just type it in and you can see now that your slippage is set at 20%, and you are then ready to go ahead and do your trade with a 20% slippage set. And that trade is going to help it go through if the price increases by 20%. So if your trade is failing, you can see that the DEX is working exactly as it's intended. You just need to adjust your slipping settings to match the chaos of launch hype. Now, overall, why is this so good for Avalanche? Now here's the big picture. All of these recent meme coin launches like Wink and Cat and the upcoming Blub are bringing waves and waves of hype and therefore new users to Avalanche. We're seeing fresh faces jumping into the DeFi, experimenting with DEXs and also learning how to trade. Now this is awesome and amazing for Avalanche's growth because more users means more liquidity, more innovation, and ultimately a hugely stronger ecosystem. Now, all of this hype around the pre-sale launches like Wing, like Cat, the upcoming Blub, and more that are coming up forward is a hotspot for new and exciting projects. And even though you've got experienced people on there, people are still getting failed transactions, but it's all because of the overwhelming demand, which is a great sign for the network's expansion. So, well, launch days, obviously they're crazy, they're wild, and people are missing out on getting in pre-sales. These launches are proof that Avalanche is where the action is. So, I mean, just welcome to everyone that's over here. It's the future of trading. It's DeFi, it's meme coins, it's crazy, and it's the future. So let's go. So, hope you've enjoyed that, and now you know how slippage works, and it can be useful for you to set that, and everyone can get in on these meme coins. If you do like this type of content about meme coins, Avalanche, etc., do drop me a like and subscribe on YouTube at DeFi. Follow me on X and the arena, DeFi_Sci, and let me know any comments if you've had any problems with slippage or if this has helped. If there's anything else you think you'd like me to cover, any other advice, jump on, drop me a line in the comments, let me know on X, etc. on the arena. I'd love to engage with you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Peace out and good vibes.